The ice just isn't safe. That's the warning tonight from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office after a woman died falling through the ice on a pond in Milford Township. It happened Thursday afternoon on Hubble Pond after a dog wandered out onto the ice. Rod Maloney shows us why we all need to think twice before making a wrong step.
This is Dodge Park number 4 in Waterford Township, and the ice here looks pretty much like the ice all across southeast Michigan on lakes and ponds. And it's one of those things where it can be inviting to pets who don't know any better. But for those of us who ought to know better, the Oakland County Sheriff Department Marine Division Sergeant Brian Burwell says whether it's below zero or in the 40s like today, there's one rule of thumb.
You know, no ice is ever safe. So if you see people out on the ice, you hear reports ice are safe, you always want to verify that for yourself.
Which is often a difficult task, in considering what happened in Milford yesterday.
If your pets go out on the ice, call 911, call the sheriff's office, call local police, your fire department. We'll send resources out there.
Two things we know. Ice fishing is a time-tested winter activity across Michigan, and also, as a result, ice rescues.
Kick your feet back. Bring your feet up to the surface by kicking your feet.
And there's a good rule of thumb for even venturing out there.
You know, 4 to 6 inches of ice is good for foot traffic, 6 to 8 for ATVs and snowmobiles, and over a foot for a vehicle. You know, ice will freeze at different points on the lake. So if you're going out on the water, don't assume that all the ice is going to be safe out there.
And above all, if you must go, bring the right tools and dress for the activity.
Always good to carry an ice spud with you to check what's in front of you, so you're checking as you step. Certainly a pair of ice spikes are good to have with you, so if you do go through the ice, you can pull yourself out.
One thing to be aware of, Burwell says, is if you do fall through the ice, you do have some time, but you also need to remember that that cold water will quite literally take your breath away. He says you have to stay calm, get your breath back, and then try and get out of the water. He says it's best if you have a life preserver, a life jacket, or even a flotation suit. Back to you.
So important. All right, Rod.